I've been lifting for 3 years and I've wasted majority of my time. I was doing, I was following the conventional advice of doing push pull legs, going to the gym every day, or you gotta do more reps, or you gotta do one rest day per week, or you gotta do 10 to 15 weekly sets per muscle group, or whatever bullshit like that, right? And I optimized everything. Everything was on point. My form, my sleep, my diet, my training, everything was on point. But I was still 150 pounds, skinny fat, and weak. Until I decide, okay, you know what, fuck it. Their advice isn't working for me, so I gotta change my shit. I gotta actually start, doing something different. Because clearly their advice is not working for me. So I changed. I did the standard bodybuilding advice. I did compound lifts, fewer exercises, focus on progressive overload. I bulked up. I focused on getting stronger in the gym. And only then, like when I tell you this, right now, I'm serious. For the first time, I actually started seeing real growth. I've made more gains in those 3 months of training than I did in the last 3 years. Oh, just from doing compound lifts, going to failure, training with intensity, focusing on getting stronger, bulking up instead of doing body recomposition, main gaining, push-pull legs, or high volume 10 to 15 weekly sets. I made more gains doing less instead of more. So if you stick around until the end of this video, I'll be giving you the best way from going skinny fat to jack. And if you want to get there even faster, go ahead, DM me fit on Instagram, and I'll build you a real plan on how to actually get there. When I first started training, I thought I had to go all in. I thought I had to be dedicated. I thought I had to sacrifice my life. These people were telling me it was like, I eat chicken, broccoli, and rice every day, and I can't go outside and enjoy a meal with my friends. I thought I had to have that level of dedication to achieve getting the aesthetic physique. I thought I had to be in the gym 12 hours a week, doing 2 hours in the gym, 1 hour cardio. I had to do this many exercises. I thought I had to do so much, but they were wrong. Yeah, I was wrong too. I didn't have to do I did all of that, right? But I didn't make any gains. I listened to their advice. I didn't make any gains. My shoulders were kind of shit. I didn't even have abs yet, and I was training for 3 years. This just goes to show that their advice, body recomposition, main gaining, push-pull legs, or 10 to 20 weekly sets per muscle group, it's all bullshit. You're not going to grow that way. That's not how you build muscle. Sure, it might work for them, maybe they're on steroids, right? But if you are like skinny fat, I assume you're going to be natural, right? Listening to their advice isn't going to work for you. You need to go to failure. You need to push to intensity. You need to lower the amount of volume and focus on the quality of your exercises instead of the quantity. Okay, so Samveer, what is the better way to build muscle? What is the smartest way to actually get bigger and get stronger? What is the better way, considering that you're saying that their advice is shit? Why should we listen to you? And I'll tell you why. A, if you want to go, or if you want to get bigger, you need to get stronger. It's a fundamental rule. Because, you might think okay, hypertrophy, right? That's like what the muscle size, increasing is called, right? How do you do hypertrophy? You do progressive overload. What is progressive overload? It's getting stronger. So anyone who tells you that, oh, I train for hypertrophy, ignore what they have to say. It's just that they are training for strength. You are training for strength. It doesn't matter. Because let's be real. Who wants to keep lifting the same weight for the next 10 years of their life, right? I'm sure that you would at least want to be on 2-plate bench press, even if it's 2.5 every week, right? So if you want to build a bigger chest, you want to build bigger arms, bigger back, bigger biceps, if you want to build bigger muscles, you need to get stronger. So right here, there's a little graph, right? Your strength is right here and your muscle size is up here. As you get stronger and stronger in the gym, your muscle size will get bigger because they are linear growth. Now, sure, you could bias one end of the spectrum more than the other. Maybe you could be a skinny guy who's incredibly strong that's deadlifting 405, or you could be a bodybuilder who only benches 135 if that exists, right? You could there are outliers who can bias different ends of the spectrum. But if you are watching this video and you don't care about being the skinny guy who's strong, you want to look strong and you also want to be strong, then you need to train with intensity. You need to go to failure. And if you get stronger on your lifts, your muscle will get bigger. Another example, take a guy who has a bench press of 135, right? And he takes it to 225 or 2 plates. Do you think his chest will get bigger? The answer is yes. His chest will 100% get bigger because, again, he's getting stronger. Show me any guy who has a smaller chest after getting very strong at a chest exercise, whether that be bench press, weighted dips, flies, or any other chest exercise that I don't know about. Same thing with any other muscle. If you want your legs to get bigger, you need to get stronger. You go from 2 plate on squats to maybe 3 or 4 plates. Same thing with like maybe weighted pull-ups. You go from body weight weighted pull-ups to maybe 1 plate on weighted pull-ups and then maybe 2 plates. Same thing with weighted dips. Basically, like what I'm trying to say is that right now, is that if you want to get bigger, you want to get stronger, you want to build bigger biceps, you need to focus on compound lifts and get stronger. But what if I want to get, bigger biceps or bigger things that I would normally hit with isolations? And here's what I tell you. Get crazy strong at like the compound lifts. So if you want bigger biceps, right? And doing bicep curls is fine, right? It's just that progressing the overload to like a certain point kind of gets hard, so that you might need to change the exercise every now and then, right? Because if I take a bicep, like what I'm trying to say is like the difference in like rep ranges and strength that you get when you're doing bicep curls, like the incline curl, right? I could do 20 pounds easily for 10 reps, but the minute I go to 25, it instantly drops to 6. So there are some isolations that are like have that somewhat bell curve where you add even just 5 pounds, the weight or the reps go from anywhere from like 12 to like 6 or 5, right? And so that you might need to change the exercises way more often, or just suck it up and just go through it. So what I would say is that let's you want to get again bigger biceps, right? Pull-ups, get very strong, like very good at weighted pull-ups. One guy that I can think of like right now is Ian Barzigal, right? And he has a very strong weighted pull-up. And he's done like almost no bicep exercises ever, but yet he has some massive biceps. So if you want to get bigger biceps, get crazy strong at doing, the friggin' weighted pull-up. Because if you get like, I don't know, 2 plates, 3 plates, 3 plates on the weighted pull-up, your biceps gonna be pretty massive. Like, come on. Again, it's like the same thing. Show me a guy with a very strong weighted pull-up, and I'll show you a guy with a very big back and massive biceps. Same thing with your triceps, your chest, and your shoulders. If you want to get like massive rear delts, front delts, get very good at the strong like pressing movements and the pulling movements. Now, I will say, not all compounds can hit every muscle group. Like take example for like your lateral delt, right? The dip isn't really going to hit it like effectively as possible. So that it's okay for you to do like a shoulder press, like a handstand push-up, or the OHP, or even regular dumbbell shoulder press. And again, these are just one way. You just want to focus on getting stronger in the hypertrophy rep range of 8 from anywhere to 15 reps. If you get stronger in the hypertrophy rep range, you will build muscle. You just week by week, you increase your weight, you increase your reps, you will build more muscle in size and in strength faster than some idiot doing 10 to 20 weekly sets per muscle group, doing push-pull legs, going to the gym for 12 hours a week, doing fucking 1 rest day per week. You will build more gains and faster gains if you just stick to compound lifts, getting crazy strong at them, and progressive overload. But yeah, that is it from me. And again, if you found this video very educational or helpful, go down, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. And if you want to achieve the same results or even faster, go ahead, DM me fit on IG, and we'll get you started ASAP. Peace.